Okay, I'm going to talk to you today about the novelty candy industry and kind of where the candy industry has evolved from when it started to now 2013. Candy started coming in, specifically gum. In the 1800s, we had first obviously the Wrigley's company that started up. That company brought in, juicy fruit, double mint, gums like that from that company. And then later on we got Hershey's, obviously known for their famous classic chocolate bar, and then today the various variations of that chocolate bar. I just think working in the novelty candy industry, it's interesting to see how we started from just a plain chocolate bar, a plain packet of gum, to something, a candy that will light up, will flash, you can crank it, it's a necklace, bracelet, anything. What a novelty candy really is, it's not just a candy. Now you have, after you're done eating that lollipop, you're done eating those nuggets of gum, what you have now is a toy after that. So I'm going to show a few variations of how that really, something you could be a little bit familiar with, and what I mean by that. For example, actually my favorite kind of candy in the novelty candy industry is the fan, where you have here in the bottom, on the handlebar, it's candy. And then you press the button, you got a fan that actually works. So instead of just buying a little packet of candy, you're paying maybe $1 or $2 or more, and you're getting something that will last you after you're done eating. And what I like about these is that you can unscrew it and you can change the battery, and it will last you as long as you really want to rechange that battery. So that's something neat. One thing that I like to see also in the novelty candy industry is, for example, let's say a classic plain white t-shirt. You can buy that at Michael's for $10 or $15. But once you slap on a Ralph Lauren logo to that t-shirt, you have completely changed that t-shirt. Now that t-shirt's worth $50, $60, $70, even $80. All because of a logo that people are familiar with, and it's catching to the eye because they know it. So where I was showing you this sports fan that could probably cost someone anywhere from $1 and change to $2 and change. Now even though this one's the same thing, it's got the same type of candy in the bottom, same type of mechanism. It's probably cost the manufacturer about the same, even a little bit more for the licensing of the character. But people will pay $1, $3 more for it just because it has a character that they're familiar with for anything, like the Avengers, where you have here the Hulk and here Captain America. So you've got the same type of toy, but now you've slapped on something that's worth much more, so people will definitely pay a little bit more for this one than that sports fan I just showed you earlier. I think anything, whether it's a shoe, a sneaker, necklace, if anything lights up, people will definitely pay for it. This one I actually think is really neat. It's called the Laser Pop. What it is instead of buying just a regular lollipop, what do you do when you're done with eating a lollipop? You're done chewing that lollipop, maybe it has gum in it if you're lucky. It's got gum in it, you're done chewing that, you throw the stick away. But once you have a lollipop, like for say this one, it's got a lollipop on the bottom. This one's a smaller version. They have bigger versions where it actually fills up the whole thing and it's a bigger lollipop. So it's got a lollipop on the bottom. So you're paying for that. And then you're also paying for something that lights up, and it's a laser pop. This one specifically is a ghost, and I believe this one that I have here is a lizard. Yeah, this one's a lizard. So people are paying a little bit more because they're getting something with their candy that's going to last them longer, especially for children. For example, if a child goes into Toys R Us and they see a regular Charms blow pop, but then they see this, lights up, and how neat, it's a lizard. I think the parent will go more towards this candy because it's going to distract the child a little bit more, and that's something that the novelty candy makers are seeing and have obviously seen for the past, ever since novelty candies have really hit, which is in the 90s and onwards. They've really made a big impact in the industry. And they're noticing people will pay the $1 or $2 more for these candies, just because of the same fact it's not just a candy, it's a toy. So it's an industry that I love working in, and just by telling other people, when I share things about the novelty candy and I show them all the new ones that are coming in, I want them to go and look, go and research, go home and go, where can I get that novelty candy? Where can I get my hands on, So it's definitely something that I'm interested in and I want to show other people. So, for example, this Flash Pop necklace, 3-in-1. You've got a necklace, you've got something that flashes, and it's a lollipop. Something just like that. And it's interesting to see where we start off in the 1800s, plain, classic chocolate bar, and gum coming in from the Wrigley's company, the Hershey's company, to now what is the candy novelty industry, where companies like Kids Mania, which Kids Mania has really branded a huge area of what type of candy novelties, like the sports band, things that light up, things like that, things that move. Like for example, this crank pop. Instead of just a lollipop, we've got something that cranks. So people are paying more for these things just because it's not just candy, it's a toy. And that's like a slogan, not just candy, now it's a toy. So people are paying more for these things, and it's interesting to see what new things come into this industry. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope it has sparked a little bit of interest for you in the novelty candy area, and that you can maybe research it. It's really an interesting thing where you can have these things for parties, sell them at regular stores, and it's something neat to see what kind of neat things come out in the industry. So thank you, and I hope you have a good day.